Greetings, our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. This is L.D. Smith, the Watchman on the wall. Israel, it is our Sabbath. Grab that King James. But first and foremost, we want to wish all of our sisters and brothers all over and our brothers and sisters all over a happy Sabbath. I think I covered it all. Now, my sisters and brothers, we're going to go into our teaching tonight. We have a real nice teaching tonight. And as I always say, I ask you, my sisters and brothers, to be very attentive and listen to the word and think about what you are reading and what you are hearing. Okay, and then the Most High, He will enlighten your understanding, and you will understand exactly what the Most High is saying. Okay, now it was a question that was put to loudermenamore.org. It wasn't anything derogatory, but it's a good question, and it was talking about the priest of Midian, and that he wasn't a Levi. But my sisters and brothers, I beg the difference. And as I said in all my videos, I prove it to you that he was and still is a priest of the Most High. All right? Now, that being said, we're going to go forward into our teaching. And as I say, I want you to pay very, very close attention. Okay, now we're going to be coming from the book of Exodus, chapter 18. Let's do verse 1, okay? And then we're going to bounce off of that. And then we just going to bounce around just a little bit. But as I said, we're going to be reading some stuff, and I want you to really pay close attention, and you're going to get exactly what I'm getting from it. All right. Now, look what it says. It says, and when Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel, his people, and the Lord had brought Israel up out of Egypt. Now, we see here in one of the writings that it says that the priest of Midian, and as I said on another occasion, your location does not determine who you are. I mean, honestly, you can be from Pennsylvania, and you could be a Hebrew Israelite, and you could be living in New York. That does not make you a New Yorker. That is just where you reside at. But your original place of birth and where you came from is Pennsylvania. But what I'm trying to say is that if you are a Levite, or if you are a priest, or if you are Hebrew, it doesn't matter whether you're on the dark side of the moon. You still are who you are. That doesn't change. Why? Because God made you who you are, and that'll never change. All right? Now, that being said, let us go a little further here. Now, let's go to the book. Let us back up a little bit here. Let's look at Exodus chapter 4. Now, watch this right here. We're going to see something here. Exodus chapter 4. Let's look at verses 12 through 14. It says, now, therefore, go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. Talking to Moses. And he said, O my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well, and also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee, and when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. Now we see here that Moses is a Levite. All right. Now Aaron is a Levite. So that means that Moses is a priest also. Isn't that right? Okay. Now, that being said, let us move forward. Let's go to the book of Numbers. Go to the book of Numbers, the 3rd chapter. We could just bounce around just a little bit, but I want to draw a picture here to show you, about the priesthood and what a priest does. All right, and how he works in accordance to God. Okay. Now, that being said, let's look at Numbers chapter 3. Let's look at verses 10. Numbers chapter 3. Verses 10, look what it says. And thou shalt appoint Aaron and his sons, and they shall wait on their priest office, and the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. See that? So what he's saying here is that the only one that can come before God is those that is of the priesthood. Huh? Only those that is of the priesthood can make a sacrifice. Isn't that right? That's what it's saying, my sisters and brothers. And see, anybody else that comes near that is not a priest of the Most High, God says he gonna die. He's gonna die. And did you hear what I said? Anyone that God has not called, come and then bring him a sacrifice of any kind, he said, they got to die. That's the Most High's word. And see, my sister and brother, many times individuals will argue with God about his own word and refuse to accept it from the one that God has given it to because, well, I don't think that they should be the one that's telling it. Why can't it be me? Well, hey, he didn't call you. Huh? But that's what happens to a lot of people. And then, see, you start doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing, and then you're going to get your ass in trouble. And I'm going to prove it to you. Some of y'all sick right now with cancer. Some of y'all sick with other disease. You're doing stuff out here talking about doing it for the Most High, and God had not called you. But you think that. Just because you can read, that doesn't mean that he called you. You have to know that he called you. You just can't say, well, okay, I'm going to do it. No, you can't. You have to be chosen. This ain't something that you can say, well, okay, I can join. No, this is not Christianity. That's that bullshit in Christianity. You know, you can join this. No, you can't. You cannot join nothing of God unless you are chosen. Got to be chosen. Now, and I'm going to prove it. Now, let's go a little further here. Let's go to Exodus 28. We're going to bounce around just a little bit. Exodus 28. We got time here. Exodus 28. Yeah, let's look at Exodus 28. Let's look at Exodus 28, chapter 28. Let's look at verse 1. Now, if I don't pronounce these names exactly right, that don't make no difference. You still will understand exactly what I'm saying, all right? Okay, now it says, verse 1 said, and take thou unto thee Aaron, thy brother and his sons, with him from among the children of Israel. See that? Take them from among. So they was chosen. See, anybody just can't come. They was chosen. He said, take them from among the children of Israel, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. Huh? Even Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons. And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron and thy brethren, for glory and for beauty. Now see, these individuals here was chosen, Aaron and his sons. They were chosen out of all of Israel. That's what he said. He said, take them from among the children of Israel. That's separation. See that? See, so all the ones out here that's doing all this stuff, my sisters and brothers, running here and there, saying this and that, I'm telling you, don't get mixed up in that bullshit. See, because they're out there for their own benefit. They don't care anything about you. They want to get in their pocket. I mean, into your pockets. They want to say, well, I got rule over them. I got this. I got that. Look. You belong to the Most High. Huh? He's your king, not me. I am only here to instruct you and to help you and to love you and to show you his ways. Other than that, I'm just like you are. I'm just one that was chosen out of the bunch. But the other cats out here, they want to be all this and all that. No. You belong to the Most High, my sisters and brothers. Now, let's go a little further here. Let's go to the book of Numbers. Numbers, the 18th chapter. Let us look at that. Numbers, the 18th chapter. And we're going to prove to you, without a shadow of a doubt, that the priest of Midian is the priest of God. I mean, I'm gonna lay this thing out where a blind man can see it. There won't be any dispute about it. See, because I am the watchman, no one else. I am the watchman on this page here, and I'm only being straight and forward with you. You know, I'm very respectful to anyone, but there was a few that was on my page that I had to brush to the side because they refused to not sit down and listen and learn, but they want to be teachers on my page. No, you're not. I mean, you may as well get that into your head. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm not going to put up with it. You're not going to be a teacher on my page. You want to teach, get your own page. I mean, I'm being straight and forward. I will respect you and respect what you say, but you're not going to teach page. Make your own page and teach as long as you want to teach, say what you want to say over there. But over here, we're going to tell people what does say the Most High. And we're going to treat them with respect. Now, let us go here a little further. The Numbers 18th chapter. We're going to just look at a few verses here. Let us look at, let's read 1 through 7, all right? All right, it says, chapter 18 in Numbers says, and the Lord said unto Aaron, thou and thy sons and thy father's house with thee shall bear the iniquity of the sanctuary, and thou and thy sons with thee shall bear the iniquity of the priesthood. Not Jesus. Now, my sisters and brothers, Jesus said that he died for the world. Okay? But see, these priests here, they make a sacrifice unto the Lord. But Jesus said that he sacrificed himself for the world. There's a difference. See what I'm saying? They make a sacrifice unto the Most High on behalf of Israel's sins. But Jesus, he's taking God's place. I know some of y'all get it in a little bit here. But anyway, look what he says in verse 2. He says, and thy brothers also of the tribe of Levi, the tribe of thy fathers, bring thou with thee, that they may be joined unto thee, and minister unto thee. But thou and thy sons with thee shall minister before the tabernacle of witnesses. See that? And they shall keep that charge, and the charge of all the tabernacle only. See, only they shall not come near the vessels of the sanctuary and the altar, that neither they nor ye also die. And they shall be joined unto thee, and keep the charge of the tabernacle of the congregation for all the service of the tabernacle, and the stranger shall not come nigh unto you. See that? So we see here that can no stranger come near any place near the sanctuary, not a tabernacle, not an altar, let alone offering something to the Most High. Now let's read a little further. He said, and ye shall keep the charge of my sanctuary, of the sanctuary, and the charge of the altar, that there be no wrath anymore upon the children of Israel. And I, behold, I have taken your brother the Levites from among the children of Israel to you. They are given as a gift for the Lord to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. See, so Levi here is the only one that have been taken to do the service of the Lord. Nobody else can do it, my sisters and brothers. Nobody else. Nobody else. Now we have learned so far that Moses is a what? Levite priest. And also Aaron is a Levite priest. And Aaron's children's, his sons, is in the office of a Levite priest. All right. Now, that being said, let us go a little further. Let's look at, let's go back to Exodus 18. Now we're going to look at something here. Exodus 18. Let's look at that. Exodus 18. The 18th chapter of Exodus. Now, my sisters and brothers, I want you to pay close attention to this right here now. Let's look at verses Let's look at verses, let's start with verse 8, okay? Now watch the rest, my sisters and brothers. And Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done unto Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all the travail that had came upon them by the way, and how the Lord delivered them. And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which the Lord had done to Israel, whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Jethro said, Blessed be the Lord, who has delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who has delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. Now I'm going to stop there just for a moment. Now, my question is, how could Jethro say, Blessed be? Look what he said. Blessed be the Lord, who delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptian. He didn't say, Bless the Lord your God or their God. He said, Bless the Lord. See, so he had to have a relationship with the Most High for him to say that. See, because if he was different from Moses and Aaron, he would have to say, Y'all God. Isn't that right, Israel? I know him, right? Then look what he says in verse 11. He says, Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods, for in the things wherein that dealt proudly, he was above them. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering. Did you hear what I said, Israel? Did you hear what I said, Israel? Moses' father-in-law took a burnt offering. Now y'all know what we just read. Can't no stranger come before the Most High. If he do, he got to die. The Most High is going to kill him. And look at the video. He is operating in the office of a Levite priest. Because nobody can bring a burnt sacrifice before the Most High but Levi. Nobody else. See, just because it does not spell it out and say that he is a priest of Midian, like I say, that is on the surface. But my sisters and brothers, if you read on like we did earlier, you will see that what he's doing now, only Levi can do it. You have to see that this is Levi, because if it's anybody else, he got to die. And we see him, Moses' father-in-law is not dead. My sisters and brothers, is writing the pages. But the Most High has to reveal it to you. As I stated earlier, just because an individual can read, that doesn't mean that he has understanding of the Most High's word. God has to reveal this thing to you. Now, I know I'm right. Look what he says. Took a burnt offering and sacrifice for God. And Aaron is the priest. My sisters and brothers, Aaron is of the priesthood. Why he didn't do it? Why Moses didn't do it? Moses know how to make a sacrifice. Why Moses didn't do it? But anyway, look here. And came and all the elders of Israel and ate bread with Moses' father-in-law before God. Now, my sisters and brothers, y'all know if Moses' father-in-law wasn't a priest of the Most High, he would have to die. And I'm going to show you something else too. Now, my question is this right here. There are those that want to say, well, he wasn't a priest. But like I said, I just showed you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that he is a priest of the Most High. Now, if one don't want to believe it, that's up to them. Now, I'm going to go a little further.
Family, we will conclude part 2 of this teaching next Monday, if it's in the Most High's will. We love y'all, and shalom.
Warn them from me. Warn them from me. Warn them from me. Warn them from me.